Okay, friends, subscribers, and all you YouTubers out there, have a look at this image. I know, and please note, yes, this is a bit out of alignment because it's been a long time since I've drawn America, okay? Florida should be a little bit longer, but for this purpose, yeah, it's okay. That's the true placement of where South America should be. I've noticed I've shrunk Alaska back to what it should be. I filled in that giant lake and put back all those tiny little lakes that should be in Canada. That's how big the Atlantic Ocean should be. Larger. And Pacific, I've got to move Hawaii back over a bit. I forgot to move Hawaii. So, yeah, I'm sorry. But for now, Hawaii should most probably be over here, but I have actually shrunk, and this I haven't shrunk Greenland yet, but I decided to use the night images for one reason. They were easier to manipulate with color and stuff like that. And yes, America is not in the right proportions down the bottom and everything like that because it has been a while since I've drawn America, but I know for a fact that that was it could even be a little bit more over there, but unfortunately with the tools that I have, it was very hard to even get this done. So yes, as you can see, I'm still actually working on the image. I'm just going to take a bit of a snapshot and fill in a bit of stuff here, I there. Just now, to all those old earthers out there, that's what the globe looked like. That's how big the Atlantic Ocean used to be. There was a big gap and came down, and there was a big gap down between there. That is the America and South America. I know. That is the correct position of Cuba. Not over here, not large, but here. And I'm going to go through all these images and all these night satellite images and I'm going to manipulate them back to what they should be. Okay. Sometimes I'm going to try and do it in a few other images. Earth should not look like this. Hang on, let me spin this around and just get that back up to north, magnetic north. Zoom out a bit, bring it down there. That is not the position of South America. That is the true position of South America. I think this came down a little bit more, but I was having troubles manipulating the image, so I was unable to get that back down. Anybody out there that can actually fix that up a bit better on the American section there, if you can just draw me a rough outline of it, because as I said, it's been quite a few years since I've drawn a world map. I remember doing it when I did the project on New York and everything like that. So if you can make any little changes, if you what you can remember of the map, if you can draw it, I can modify it here in Photoshop because I'm currently in Photoshop. And yes, so for those of you that want to see where I am, yes, I'm in Photoshop and I've been photoshopping the image for you and doing stuff like this. Like let's just move Hawaii where it should be, but we're gonna free transform it first because there should be a bit more of a angle to it, like that. Yeah. And we're gonna if I can get my mouse back, and I'm gonna apply that first. Just move that across there a bit, down there. Pretty much that's where Hawaii should be. And let's just take another little sampling to cover stuff up. And this is what I mean. I'm trying to fix it up so that everything goes back to normal for us in visual so that the new earthers can see what our earth looked like without actually having to go and destroy their world because I don't plan to do that on them. But I want to show you what our Earth looked like. Okay, our Earth was nice. Our Earth was beautiful, but there was a bit more to America down here, and this came down most probably a little bit more. Maybe I can do that now. But the thing is, it sort of it takes sometimes it does take an artist to fix everything. Um, and that's all they've done. They've got if they've manipulated maps, right? They've oh shit, I forgot to flatten the image. Yeah, always forget to flatten the image. Okay, so now I got to cut that out. No, sorry, I got to free transform it. So pretty much Florida, I think, came down a bit more. Had a bit more of an arm, most probably that much. And there was a bit more country down here. This most probably came up, and there was a bit more of a curve to it. So yeah, anybody that can remember those little changes, let me know because I actually forget. I'm not an American, but yes, I did draw America a bit. I'm an artist. I did a lot of drawing, and as you can see here, that's not bloody working for some unknown reason. But yeah, all I can do is manipulate and try and remember what I know so that I can take a snapshot and put everything slowly back. But yes, so it's sort of almost there where it was. There was only a little bit of an arm here. This is exactly where Cuba was. That's almost the exact size of Cuba. It was only a small little country in our world. Yes, if we are in a parallel world, okay, your world is different. Okay, I'm trying to show you what our world looked like. And those old earthers are going to snap. That's where South America will be. I bet you I get thousands of responses on this is where South America should be. I'm doing my best. I'm going to formulate a whole heap of these images for you guys. I'm going to put everything back to where it should be, roughly, and I'm saying roughly. Now, notice the gap between Alaska and Russia has widened. Okay, now what they're saying is Greenland used to be our polar ice cap. They've just enlarged Greenland. I've got to shrink that down. I haven't got to that bit yet, and I will. I will. And I'm trying to remember. I've got to try and remember a whole world map to what it was. I know rough locations where everything was, and I know, yes, I know this is still out of whack a little bit, guys. Um, so yes, I'm doing my best to restore America, and I think it's there that the problem is, and so maybe I can fix that now. So yeah, it sort of was very different. And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, that's not what the world looks like. The world looks like this." This is like Google Earth. And maybe, yeah, that's getting a bit better. It's getting a bit better. But yeah, so it's a little bits of manipulation here and there, and that's all I can really do, folks. So I can just turn around and just do this, hit free transform, and just manipulate it as good as I can to bring it back to what I know. Maybe, yeah, actually, yeah, maybe that was it there. But that looks a little bit better than it was. Yeah, I have to manipulate a bit more, folks. So please understand that that's yeah. Actually, yeah, there's a bit there. I've gone too far. But I'm doing my best with what tools I've got, what memory I have of America. Australia, I'll be able to do in a heartbeat. But yeah, so you've got to understand. That's a bit more like it. Add a few more states. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's more like it. And I'm just going to have to put a few little curves in there and bring it round. And so it's just a matter of snapping a photo, bring it around, bring it down. And yes, I know there wasn't as many lights, but let's just say I'm doing my best, folks. It's sort of, there it is. There we go. I'm doing my absolute best to fix this up for you. And that should come around a bit more like that. Maybe I've gone a bit too far. Yes, I think I have. I've gone a bit too far, so I'm just going to clone this area and take a little bit off. Because, yes, as I said, it has been a few years since I've drawn America, but yeah, there's a bit out of whack here. Yes, I know. So please, yeah, okay, Americans, you should have the ability to do this. If you've got the ability, download this image. Okay, I've started the work for you. I've put South America back in the correct position. I've thinned this out like it should be. I've put Cuba back in its right spot. Maybe you can fix Florida up and this. So download the image, send it back to me via email, and I will upload it and put it back on the site for you. Okay, this is what America should look like, guys, roughly, with the original, as I said, there is a bit of that's what's missing. There's a little hump. That's what I'm missing. There's a little hump. Yeah, so that little hump would come out there, I'd say, down there like that. That's rough, but yeah, I know, guys. I know. I'm sorry, but as I said, it's been a few years, so you've got to forgive me. I'm doing my best, and yeah, so just forgive me. Yeah, it sort of looks almost like it actually. Yeah, it does. So that's close. But what they've done in this image is they've shrunk America and everything. So that's what it is. Florida's on the tilt. So I've got the harbour, I've got the size of the thing right. So that's pretty much right there. So yeah, it's sort of there's things here that I've got to fix, and I'm doing my best, folks. And I really, truly am doing my best to try and fix your country up on the map. That's getting close. So, but if you think you can fix other things up, Hawaii, yeah, well, I can't find that little map of Hawaii. Unfortunately, I've got a funny feeling it changed anyhow. So, but yes, that looks more like the Atlantic Ocean that we know. Okay, very large. Not as large as the Pacific, but almost the same size. Now, with that modification, what I did here, I just simply went across here, chopped her off. I cut that out first, and then I moved the whole of Africa and South America back. And oops, yeah, so yeah, forgive that colour there. And you've got to understand that all I can do is work with what tools I have, and I will. I will always work with what tools I've got. And I'm trying to fix everything. So, and this might jolt a few people's memories as well. Ask people, is this the South America they knew? And you'll be surprised at how many people have actually said, yes, I've sent this to a few friends that are going through the same as me, and sent it to the one friend that knew my daughter. He said, yep, that's what I remember. He said it wasn't this other bloody crap that's on Google Earth. So, yes, if you are trying to manipulate us, if you have abducted us and you are trying to manipulate us, we do remember what our Earth looked like. We have reasonable, decent memories. The fact that I'm an artist and understand the software packages, and yes, and as I said, I do admit it has been quite a few years since I have done anything like this and reformatting stuff and everything. But yeah, that's as close as I can get for now. There are a few other things in here. There may be a few little things. I think that may be a little bit too tiny, touch too big. I don't know. My next goal is going to be Africa and India. I'm going to re-enlarge India back to what it should be. I'm going to fix Australia. I'm going to move Australia, put Australia back where it should be, so that people can understand what our Earth looked like. We know what their Earth looks like, so maybe Yes, so it could be this giant bloody Illuminati, bloody conspiracy with map changes and everything. Well, look, guess what, guys? We can remember shit. We have decent memories. We know where shit went, and we know what our world looked like. And I know for a fact I'm going to get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of replies saying, yes, that is my Earth. That is my country. That is my America. Okay, yes, and I admit it's not perfect. Okay, if you can give me a bit better outline of America matched to South America, because I know the shrunken version in Google Earth is not exact because they have made changes to America, and that's not correct. That's not the America I know. America used to come down here somewhere. Okay, Texas was down here somewhere, and yes, the Baja California coast. And this here was a bay. That's what I remember. That was a giant bay, and that was the inlet to the bay. And there was actually a bit bigger inlet to the bay. And as I said, this was all desert and things like that. So yes, you've got to understand we come from somewhere different. I have just given you an example of what our America and our South America look like on our planet. And this is what we remember. If you do not remember this, well, you're from this planet, okay? You're from this planet, not from ours. This is our planet. And whether you like it or not, yeah, guys, I don't care. I'm going to put these images out there because this is the truth for us. This is our world. Yes, and there are little pics up here and everything like that that most probably don't belong. But that's only because I'm manipulating images and I haven't fixed everything up. And it's, as I said, it has been many, many, many years since I have done this sort of stuff, redrawn stuff. But I'm looking at that America, and that looks more like America than this does, because that's just too bloody small. Okay, I have enlarged it up to most probably the size. I've shrunk that back down to what it should be, shuffled it across, manipulated, and it's strange. What I did, okay, I this was over here. So what I did, I just chopped it off right there. That's why Florida's got a bit of a little bit of a nip. I had to take Florida out first before I done it. I cut it across here, right across there. And then when I manipulated it, I turned it to get this back to its right perspective. And I cut this off as well and pasted it over on a layer and then just laid it back. So when I turned everything, but I still had that on there when I was turning it so I could get the right area and everything and keep these aligned so I knew where to reattach. These areas here are a little bit different because I can't remember exactly minute details, but I do remember that. Okay, and maybe it was even a little bit thinner down the bottom. So yeah, okay, let's do a snapshot. Okay, because I'm sure it was that tiny bit thinner. And I think that wasn't there. Oops, maybe that, yeah, that wasn't as large. That's more like it. Yeah, there was a nice little bit of a canal. So that's pretty close to what I remember, guys. And shit, actually, that's very close to what I remember. And so, yeah, if you're from old Earth, you will remember this. Comment, copy the image, help me fix that America up. I'd like to get that perfect back to the America that I know. And once I see the correct image, I'll know how to fix it up. But it's been a few years, guys, so please help me out. I've fixed Alaska. I remember Alaska because that's about the right size for Alaska. And Greenland's going to get shrunk because that was the North Pole. That wasn't Greenland. Greenland was a tiny, tiny, pissy little country. And yes, it was a pissy little country. And most probably Greenland would have been maximum Greenland, about that big. Not that big. Oh, actually, no. Greenland would have been about the size they've made England now. So yeah, you've got to turn around. You've got to look at what you've got, what you know, and yes, How do I know this? Because I used to draw it for school. We had these little bloody plastic things that we have to draw around. They were called templates. And we drew around them and drew around them, and we had to make our own world maps up. And we had to get it correct. We had to look at the atlas and we had to make it because South America was separate to the thing. The American one came down here. The South American had that little nodule up and had Cuba on it inside a little bit of plastic, and they made that so we had to draw inside the template. But when you drew it and everything, that's what you got. You pretty much got that. And that is exactly what my Earth looked like. So, for those of you that don't know what our country looked like, that's a pretty much rough nut. Forget about all the lights, yeah, because I've just copied and pasted and from over. I actually cut that section there to fix this section over here. So, yes, the lights are all in the wrong spot. It's not that well illuminated over in certain areas. Other areas are more illuminated. Yes, I know all that, guys. Okay, please forgive the problems with it. And as I fix everything, you will see that it's getting better, slowly getting better. I'm trying to do my best, trying to make it smaller and trying to fix everything up so that everybody sees that, yes, this is roughly what our world looked like. So this is America and South America and Canada and Alaska and the Greenland here. That's wrong. That is going to be shrunk. Actually, maybe I could do that now. I could always use a lasso. So yeah, let's use a lasso. So we'll get this, and we're going to shrink this. We're going to shrink Alaska. Greenland, I mean. So we're going to get that. Free transform. And we're going to change Alaska. We're going to shrink. Oh, not Alaska, Greenland. Okay, shrink that back down a bit. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty good. That's most probably about it. But I'm going to step backwards here, folks. It's sort of for this image, I don't really want to do that. I want a better image of Greenland, so all I'm going to do is just going to step backwards and put everything back so that everybody knows that yes, that's the way it was. But yeah, Greenland was about that size. So yes, if you know of the correct proportion of where I should put everything on the side of the country, let me know so I can fix it up because I know it's wrong. As I said, it has been many, many years. This is our country, not this fucking thing. This is not, sorry, not my country, but this is not my world, okay? Everything is out of whack. And if you listen to everybody's comments and everybody saying, well, no, South America was over here, it's going to say, I'm going to see a round of applause, and you don't have to applaud me, guys, because all I'm trying to do is correct it. That is the true size of Cuba. That's where Cuba goes. I forget where the Bahamas was. Please download this image. Get paint or whatever you can do, or even Photoshop, and just put where the I forget where the Bahamas was exactly. I never went to the Bahamas, never researched Bahamas, and never bothered about islands. I only about to draw the country. But that looks much more like the America that I know. As I said, it was big, and that looks bigger than everything else than it was, and it's no longer shrunken. And yes, because back in my world, there was talk of the great highway going through from up here from Canada all the way down into South America. It was actually a pretty big thing in my world. And a lot of people didn't like it. Yes, I know. But it was actually going to happen, and the dollar was going to change, and there was a lot of changes in my world. So yeah, I don't know if those changes came on in here or whatever, if that highway was planned or whatever. But yeah, it caused a lot of controversy in America and all Canada and all that. So yeah, but that's as much as I can guess from pretty much an old memory of drawing something when I was a child, and pretty much that's how long since it's been. I did draw it a couple of times at high school, and I think I drew it once or twice when I drew the world map for somebody proving that I could do it, and that was approximately when I was about 27. So yeah, that's a long time ago, folks. But as an artist, tend to have a reasonably endemic memory and sort of can remember a lot of stuff. And because artists tend to be like that. And do you remember this America? Is that your America? Yes or no? So if it's yes, you're an old earther. You most probably come from my reality. If it's no, the old one is, which is this, I'm not going to say crappy, but this wrong version of Earth, even though we know we're not in this galaxy anymore, Toto. So yes, we've got to turn around and we've got to do the right thing by each other. We've got to help each other out. I'm just going to jump into something. I want to show you something else because I've been very busy. I do plan to mess with a few images and okay, where the hell are they? 28. Oh, I know where they are. They're in the Mandela. I saved them into the Mandela file. Okay, for those of you that don't know the Sagittarius arm of the galaxy, right? You've got the Sagittarius arm starts here, goes all the way out here, and see where the zero is? That's pretty much where we were, out about here somewhere. We were way out here, and isn't that strange that we're on the opposite side? Now, someone else said this. Someone else said we were on the opposite side and totally could not see that through the galactic shadow or the bright light in the center of the galaxy. We can't see through it. And that isn't that ironic? It's very ironic that we were up here, and that's where we were, on the very outside of the Sagittarius arm, almost on a 90-degree angle away, but straight line, straight through the center of the galaxy. That's why we can't see our world anymore. My kids, and anybody that wants to know where my kids live, my three missing kids, is living over here somewhere. Right, because I remember in our night sky we used to be able to see that section of the thing. We barely could see the Orion Nebula. You'd need a telescope to see it half decent. You don't see it as good as you see it here. And trust me, to me, it's shocking how bright it is. And the Orion Belt, yeah, it was a big thing to see the Orion Belt, but now it doesn't look right because we come from over here, not from over here. We come from over here. And as I said, some others have said they come from this section over here. And again, this is something strange. And the flat earthers, they reckon they come from over here somewhere. So this is what I've got so far. Some people might say they come from this arm. Some people said they come from in here. So we are from different realities. And when the forum opens, tell us what arm of the galaxy you were from. Whereabouts in there? Because this theory about multiple Earths is true. It was a theory, but it's no longer proven because they brought us across. And we've gone from having a nice home to a world that looked like this. This is one of the images I'm going to change and manipulate and shrink Greenland. Africa's got to shrink a little bit as well. So we've gone from having that ocean back to having this ocean. This is our ocean, folks. Much bigger. And the Pacific Ocean was never half of the globe. It was never, ever like this. See, if I overlaid my new little picture, it would put America around here. And that would be right. No, actually, it would be there. It would come down there. I'm still yet to spin this around and put that over here. And the strange thing is there's an island over there. Port Francis. Okay. No, never heard of that one. Not my land. Because that over here, that little island over there, was not too far away from the tip of Antarctica over here. Because that was spun around. Because all I'm going to do when I get that image, I'm going to snapshot that. I'm going to put a circle on here. And I'm going to rotate that back to where it should be. And yes, I'm going to do my best for you to make everything look the way it should look. And yes, folks, if you can come up with some just suggestions and help me fix that coastline, I would like to. I would actually like to fix that coastline. I think Florida's a tiny little bit too big. Just let me know. Come on, old earthers, you're out there, and help me out, will you? So yes, I have found old Earth, and sorry, I've redrawn old Earth. So anyhow, guys, love each other, care for each other, help each other out. Anybody going through stress or anything from these changes, help them out, because I got a funny feeling we're going to get a lot more when they see this. And because I'm going to put both images together in this video, as you can see. And this is what the Earth looks like now. To those of you that are just getting the wake up call, okay, because some of you haven't woken up yet, and I'm going to tell you, wake the fuck up, because something weird is going on. We have either been shifted in reality, we are being lied to. This is a global fucking conspiracy, a giant mind fuck. I don't know, but this didn't look like this, okay? This looked like this. This is my Earth. This is part of my Earth. That is what my fucking Earth looked like. And it's not a mismemory. I'm sorry, I drew this. I'm an artist. I drew it. I know what it looked like. Okay? It's like all my paintings. I can remember all my paintings. I can remember my children's faces. Crystal clear faces. And no, I'm not going to draw them for you just in case they are alive, and I don't want them being harassed, okay? And I don't want innocent people being, oh, you're that guy's thing, and they might not even be my children, okay? So hence, I'm not going to draw them for you, and I wouldn't put pictures up even if he did have pictures. Yes, I'll put my picture up because that's my legal right. I don't have the legal right to put pictures of anybody else up. Not unless they give me permission. So, no, I'm not going to draw my children because there is still that faint chance that they are alive in this reality. This could be a total mindfuck by the governments. And don't say it couldn't happen because they've been proven to do mindfucks on people before. So, yes, here is the old Earth. Old Earthers, if you see this picture, you are an old Earther. If you see this picture, and this is what it's always looked like, you are a new earther. But I've got a funny feeling when you see this, even if you think you're a new earther, you're going to see this. This is going to wake the shit out of you. This is going to be like an atom bomb going off in your head. Fuck, that's what I really remember. Not the rest of the shit they're putting subliminal messages to try and mind fuck you over. And I think that's what it is. I think over the years they have mind fucked us with images and everything, but there's most probably more of us stronger minded than others, and hence we weren't able to be bright. But see, like now here, when you look at the Milky Way galaxy at certain times of the night and year, you get to see the galactic center. We couldn't see the galactic center. We never, ever saw the galactic center, and it was too far away from us. At the most, the galactic center looked like that to us. It looked like that, and not this. But see, they're trying to say, and I think that's what this image, if this is a mindfuck, they'd deliberately put this in here. But it sort of, that to me looks like a photograph. And I'm sorry, but it does. It does truly look like a real photograph. But as I said, like all these, I'm wondering what these are, what all these little stars are. These alternate Earths. But that is my arm of the galaxy. Out there, out there, out there, out there. About here. So directly across from there. We come from here, people. Here. And I'm going to put that on the map. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do that one as well. It's going to take me a few days to go through all the images, guys, and I will. So look after yourselves. Please help each other out. If people are stressing out, please look, calm them down, help them through it, because we've all gone through that freak out stage. Okay, all of us have gone through that freak out stage, going, "Fuck me, what's going on the fuck here?" Some of you are about to go through it because you're seeing this, then you're seeing fucking this. You're finding out about all the Bible changes. Even this, see, U.S. Department of State geographer. It was the USGS, the United States Geological Survey, USGS, not the US Department of State geographer, right? not this, not that. All bloody different. All bloody totally different, folks. And yes, this is just a bit too large. And yes, I'm going to shrink it. I'm going because I've worked out what they've done. They've actually it's across here has been enlarged. Okay, this has all been shrunk here. That section of here has been shrunk, so I'm going to enlarge that out. I'm going to bring it back down. I'm going to shrink this one down. Then I'm going to get this one because this one and that one should fit. And as you can see, they no longer fit. Oh, in this one they still fit, but in the one I've just done, they won't fit anymore. This is going to come down and grow again, okay, where it should be. These are going to be shrunk. I'm going to do a nice little cut through there, going to do a nice little cut through there, and I'm going to shrink them, okay, and put them back where it was and manipulate it and put Philippines back over here in the Saipan Sea because this is what used to be called Saipan. Should be in the Saipan Sea. Okay, so, and yes, Hawaii's got to be moved. And if I can find that bloody tourist brochure, and I've got a funny feeling it's going to be different in this reality. But yes, we could not see the galactic core. I'm trying to actually find the galactic core in here. I've been doing this a fair bit lately, but I think the galactic core's through there somewhere because it's the brightest part. That's the external. You're actually looking at our arm of the galaxy, but you're looking at the inner side of it. There's the galactic core behind there. Sorry, the other side of it is. Yeah, so pretty much everything's out there. Everything's wrong, folks. And this is not Earth. This is old Earth. This is as close as I can get to old Earth from a 27-year-old drawing memory. I do know the map quite well. And people say, oh, how do you know the map so well? Because if you look at all my videos, you'll find that I do research videos using Google Earth, Google Sky, and all that. The sky is out of whack as well. You go out if it was sunny and everything like that. Now, to the old earthers, all of you remember back, I don't know if he made a video in regard to it. I'm going to call it up. And I've dropped another video up and it's ready to go. But I'm going to jump up to comments. And I'm sorry for the little pauses every now and that's just me catching my breath because I've been talking for a while. And we got a lot of comments again, as usual. Because just before all this happened, I made a video. Earth was a snowball. There, Earth looks like a snowball from space. Was this the cover up for the swap? Was this part of the conspiracy that everything looked from space? Okay, this is not as the same.
What there were of them.
Mine was.
And then above them, you could see the sun really trying to get.
Mine was.
And the.
Oh, wow, okay. In the version I did in my reality, it was even worse than that, folks. The whole Earth was a complete snowball. You couldn't see it at any time. And I'm wondering if this is when the swap happened. If it was a swap, if it was an alien thing and everything. And how do you spot an alien? Look at their eyes. If they got that in their eyes, that's them. So, but okay, I'm going to leave you with this. I need to go to bed. I have TAFE in the morning, and yes, I just wanted to get this uploaded and done. So, yes, going back to the image for you. This is the new Earth. That is what the new Earth looks like. Way wrong, out of whack. See, if you can imagine the Pacific Ocean, if this is over here, so you're going to do that, and you're going to see that view because I'm going to chop and change that image as well. And but that's what it should look like. Okay, folks, and that's the old Earth. Old Earthers, welcome home. It's just a little snapshot for memory. Download and save this to your computer if you're feeling homesick. Save it to your background so you can look at it and say, "Wow, that's my home." So you feel at home, and you know that we're not on the same Earth, folks. We have been shifted in time and space because time would have to be involved to travel such a great distance across a galaxy. And whether or not we have just been abducted, this is an alternate Earth, and this is an experiment done by the Anunnaki, or the Anunnaki and the Illuminati. They could be joint partners in this little project. But something has happened to our world, and yes, it's not right, folks. We should not have to go through this shit. And yeah, no, yeah, and yes, it's sort of so yes, this is our old Earth, and sorry for working while I'm doing it, folks, because I have to go to bed. And as I said, anybody that knows the correct positioning of that, if you can just get that and just draw a line over it, I'll fix the picture for you. Or if you've got Photoshop abilities and you've got an outline and you can draw the outline of it properly and fit it back in, yes, please do it for me, and then send me the image. Or if you just want to draw the outline so I can overlay it on top of it, but please download this, save it to computer, print it out, use it so that we can work from it, because I know that that's almost right. Almost. Size is about right. The size is better. So, yes, I'll do my best for you, folks, and God bless, and I'll see you all most probably tomorrow night when I do the comments. So, yes, I won't be doing any more videos until tomorrow, so God bless, look after yourselves, help each other out. Please, no trolls in here. If you want to troll in my channel, you're going to be wiped out, and I'm sorry. Yeah, you're just going to get deleted from the thing, and you won't be able to come in and make comments into our thing. And if you troll on the website, yes, you will be deleted. The website, you most probably have your comment up for about an hour or two extra, because it does take me time to go through those comments. And once everything gets going, folks, please, if you can offer any support, throw this support into this the support this channel, the YouTube channel, because it does go towards the website. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your support. And once again, thanks to Paul, who threw a little bit of money our way, helped pay for one of the apps for a year. So, yeah, God bless everybody. And, yeah, anything will help. Even a buck, guys, because I've just found out you've got to give minimum $1, but even $1, yeah, $1 off. If everybody threw in $1, folks, yeah, I could most probably pay for quite a few decent apps on this website. And unfortunately, everything's got to be paid for, and it takes time. You've got to think too. It takes my time away from the website doing these images as well. I'd like to actually pay somebody to help me build the website beside me. They can be building the website while I'm working on these images. If you've got a story that you want to share on the website, please send it to me. As long as it's not foul and dirty, yes, and it's related to the Mandela effect, I will post it for you. Please be truthful and everything, and yeah, if you can position yourself on the galaxy, download those galaxy photos and everything like that yourself. You can get them from Google, and it's just the Milky Way galaxy photos, and you'll find that exact image, place where your Earth was. And if there are changes in this or whatever, please let me know, and I'll try and help you out the best I can. But for my Earth, yes, in my reality, it was pretty much close to what you see above and what you see in this video. So God bless, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bluebeard, and I'll catch you all later. Bye. So yeah, those of you just seeing this, wake the fuck up!